charity is coming to Middlesbrough, and it's set to help children right across the northeast who are autistic. Vienna's Voice has been created by Paul Venis, who was inspired by his daughter after she was diagnosed as being non-verbal autistic. But that's not the only charity work that Paul is involved with. He's also helping people with addictions after he himself managed to beat his drugs habit. He shared his story with the BBC Radio TEES.
Growing up in the rough area, South Bank, Middlesbrough, by the time I was 14, 15, 16, I was involved in bits of crime, bits of organised crime and, fighting and trying to build a reputation for myself, if you like, on the streets, and which I now know is a foolish way to live, But a long story short, I ended up in prison. I got a decent prison sentence for firearms. When I got out of prison, I found Narcotics Anonymous because I was riddled with addiction. I was riddled with drug addiction all the way through my teens. There wasn't many drugs I hadn't took, and it was really running my life. Just before I went to prison, I really was on the brink of death through my drug taking. I'd overdosed, I'd been sectioned. The prison was the last straw, and kind of the mental health side of stuff, I didn't want to live no more because of my drug taking. I'd lost all control of myself, my morals, my personality, everything. All the way from my prison sentence, I used drugs. It was violence. There was a lot of bad stuff that went on in there. A lot of trauma, a lot of stuff I got to deal with. When I got out of prison, I decided enough was enough. I had a beautiful wife and kids who stood by me. I just wanted to change. I wanted to do something different. I didn't like who I'd become. I walked into a 12-step program, Narcotics Anonymous, which saved my life, set me free from drugs. I got clean, and I stayed clean. And it was a life-changing experience for me because through this recovery, through this Narcotics Anonymous, I found something greater than myself, which was a higher power, God. That set me free from my head. Recovery changed my heart. God set me free from my head. I was able to think clearly. I had a lot of humbleness around me. My pride, my ego, everything was removed. I ended up getting involved with mixed martial arts gym. Within a few months, I turned pro. I started fighting professionally. I had 32 fights. I won all 32 fights. I won every single title on the British level. I ended up number 2 in Britain. And I sadly retired around about 4 or 5 years ago due to injuries, early stage of arthritis. So my direction from there was training. I kept fit. I was looking at options of finding my own gym and, becoming a coach. But my passion was carrying the message of recovery, of drug rehabilitation, and mental health awareness. As we went further along, I decided to do a YouTube channel. People were messaging me. I was talking to a lot of people around there. My socials started to grow, carrying a message around Narcotics Anonymous, how it works if you work it, how it can set you free from your drug taking. If I make a video, I constantly say, look, if you're out there, you're struggling with drugs and you don't see a way out, please message me. I'll tell you exactly what works for me, and it's free. It's a non-profit fellowship. You don't charge anyone to listen to me talk or anything like that. It's for free. I got it for free. You get it for free. And it's a part of my recovery to be able to carry a message because we only keep what we have by giving it away. We met with the mayor of Middlesbrough, Andy Preston, and a few ideas that I have is I'm wanting to set something in place with my gym where these prisoners get out and they know nothing else but jail. I met so many decent lads in there, that get out on the Friday. They get give £45 off the government, and then they're back in on the Monday.
There's no support, is there?
Nah. So my ideas are, because I've been in the hostels. When I got out of prison, I got into hostel, and it's just rife in there. It's like prison, it's just the same. It's so negative, such a negative place. But if we can get out of these released prisoners, set something in place, say, right, there's a 6-week course here. You can train for 1 hour, talk for 1 hour, listen to what we've got to say for 1 hour around mental health, around addiction, One thing recovery gave me was I became employable. I became a good son. I became a good dad. I became a good brother. All these things that recovery gave me, and I know it sounds too good to be true, but it is. It's my life beyond my wildest dreams. When I was promised a life beyond my wildest dreams, someone said that to me when on my first meeting. I thought he was going to give me a suitcase full of money or buy me a new car. That's what I thought. But the moment the obsession and compulsion to use drugs was lifted, that's when I knew this is a life beyond my wildest dreams. I can't remember the last time I thought about using. I can't remember the last time I thought about drugs. I knew exactly what he meant. Now I was at that point of a life beyond my wildest dreams because I had a choice now. I could be whatever I wanted to be. I can pursue whatever I want to pursue because my life doesn't evolve around taking drugs.
It's an incredible turnaround story, that, isn't it? In the next hour, Paul will tell us all about Vienna's voice. And we're going to hear from the author, Jamie Boyle, who's doing something also amazing to raise funds for the charity. He's planning it for next month, so we'll tell you a little bit more about that. Stick with us here on BBC Radio TEES till about 8:10 when we'll bring you that update. It sounds like a fantastic charity. It is...